Let's say that our study site has these points, and I'm going to keep this fairly simple. Okay, so let's just say that we have 5 points, just to keep this easy to visualize in our head. But if these are geographic coordinates, then along this side we have our latitude, and along the x-axis we have our longitude, right? And each of these have a corresponding location, right? This is the longitude and this is the latitude of that point, and so on and so forth, right? So the mean center is simply the location, excuse me, of the mean longitude, which let's say is going to come somewhere in here, just as I'm eyeballing that, and our mean latitude, which should be somewhere actually right in here, right? And so we're really just talking about the point that is defined by our mean longitude and our mean latitude. And that is our mean center. It's really, really simple. All right, let's figure out how to calculate the mean center using R. So here I've just created, using a random number generator, you can see here the random norm function. I have just created a random number generator, used a random number generator to create 10 random locations, 10 random points, and you can see that these have, we can put the axes up here. Right, so we can see that we're dealing with our longitude and latitude. They don't range very much, from about -1, it looks like, up to 2. So not very far. Anyway, to calculate the mean center, all we need to do is extract from our spatial polygons object, or excuse me, our spatial points data object, and here I've established that it has a projection. We need to extract those coordinates from that object using the coordinates command. And if I run that, you can see it just returns a matrix that has the x, and here's our latitude, here is y. And then I just put that inside the column means command, and it will calculate the mean x and the mean y. Now, this isn't necessary, but I feel pretty strongly here that if you have geographically referenced data, your mean center should also be geographically referenced. So I'm going to make this a matrix with 2 columns and then dump that into the spatial points command and assign the projection of the original let me move that a little bit. So here I'm extracting the coordinates from our spatial points data frame. So here I'm extracting the coordinates from the spatial polygons or spatial points data frame. Here I'm calculating the means of each of those. So if I run this line, you can see that I just have here is my mean longitude and here's my mean latitude. I'm just formatting it as a matrix here because that's what the spatial points function wants. And then I'm just ensuring that the projection for those data are the same as the original values. And then I can just plot this. So all I'm doing here is saying that I want to plot my mean center, which is a spatial points data frame, or spatial points objects. I want to add it to the existing plot rather than redraw a new one. I'm going to set the point character to 16, which is a filled circle, and I'm going to set the color to red. And so here is my mean center of those data. Because I used a random number generator, I can do this again. There's the mean center of that set of 10 points. There's the mean center of that set of 10 points. And of that set, and of that set, and of that set. But really all I'm doing is calculating or plotting the point that is defined by the mean longitude and by the mean latitude.